Hello, how are you? I welcome you to your Purple Feather Tarot community. I truly hope that you are doing very well at this moment, and I also hope that in this tarot reading, you find those signs or those answers from the universe that you are looking for. Today, we are going to go directly into your reading, so let's connect with your tarot deck. And as we do every day, we are going to look at your energies, the energies of the universe, and we will also reveal all the blessings that are coming into your life. So, connecting with your energies, let's begin. You have the High Priestess card, you also have the Four of Wands card, the Page of Wands, the Tower card, and you also have the Eight of Cups card. The universe is telling you that the signs you're looking for at this moment, you're going to find them very soon, because I feel that your intuition right now is sensing a change, and this change is quite big. I feel that some people are going to like this change, especially those who are supporting you, especially those who want to see you evolve and want to see you grow. And in fact, I feel a lot of support here, especially from an Aries or a Sagittarius person who is going to make you feel very supported by the universe. However, the Tower card can mean that some people are not really liking your changes, whether they are changes in energy, changes of place, changes in attitude. I feel that your energy right now is destabilizing the energy of others. Maybe there are some people who are currently afraid of change, or who resist change, or maybe you put up with someone's behavior for a long time, and suddenly when you decide to break things off, when you decide to leave for good, as the Eight of Cups card indicates, that's when some people start to react and begin to question whether they are truly treating you right or not. I sense here some potential confrontations, maybe some arguments, but from your side, I feel that these arguments will not weaken you, or these confrontations will not weaken you. Quite the opposite, I feel they will weaken those who were previously weakening you. I feel that this Tower card represents that karma, or that heavy weight that falls upon some people when you decide to leave, when you decide to go, to be a very independent person. And in fact, this message is quite particular, but I feel that the universe had already been sending you the signs, had been telling you, it's time to change, it's time to accept the changes, it's time to steer your destiny in a different direction. And maybe for some reason, you decided to ignore the signs from the universe, but now I feel the story is going to be a little different. Because look at the High Priestess, you are now listening much more to the signs from the universe, and it's going to be much easier for you to have clarity about which path to take next. So again, your reading is telling you to please listen to your intuition. Don't listen to your ego. If you listen to your ego, you're going to trigger the Tower card. When you listen to your ego, you follow desires that may be unfounded or desires that might be selfish. However, when you listen to your intuition, you definitely connect with what your heart dictates and also with the divine intentions of the universe. So let's clarify what all these changes are about, but as I told you before, these changes, even though at first they might bring some fear, some anxiety, are 100% liberating, because what's important here is to let go of what needs to be released. And also what's important here is to accept what the universe definitely has prepared for you. So let's clarify these messages a bit, but I feel your life is about to change, not because of external circumstances, not because you're going to adapt to others, not because you're going to live your life based on other people's rules, but quite the opposite. I'm sensing a great moment of empowerment. So let's keep clarifying, because what's coming here is as if today were the first day of the rest of your life. From today on, you decide how you want to live, how you need to live, and how you're going to live your life, full of happiness, full of pride, and also full of success. You have the Three of Wands card. I feel that in some cases, the Three of Wands can mean that your body is in one place, you are physically at home, you are physically in front of your person, but I feel that your mind or your spirit is pointing toward a completely different place. The universe is shifting things for you and also picking up on your shift in energy orientation, or it's picking up on your change in attitude. I feel that suddenly you're going to take a leap of faith, you're going to go somewhere else, you're going to change jobs. Here, I don't feel that you're necessarily going to break off relationships with certain people, but I do feel that in some cases you're going to say, okay, if you want to see me happy, then come with me on this journey. Join me on this journey that I'm going to begin, whether it's a physical journey to another place or a spiritual journey in which you're going to change your routines. The Three of Wands card is the card of a sailor, someone who knows where they're going, but always needs a crew. In fact, as you can see in the background of the Three of Wands card, there are some ships, some boats, it's a person who is spiritually ready to embark on a very important journey. But of course, this person needs allies. I feel that the upcoming months are going to be very important because you need to realize who your enemies are and who your allies are, those who are going to help you discover your destiny or begin this journey. Let's clarify a bit. The Star card. This card makes a lot of sense because the Star card speaks about following your own dreams. It's about living your life on your own terms. In fact, the energy of the Star is ruled by Aquarius, and in general, as a stereotype, just as a stereotype, Aquarius represents rebellion. Aquarius represents the sheep that separates from the flock. I feel that maybe at this moment, you're feeling a little more rebellious. You want to separate from the flock. Obviously, I'm not saying that all Aquarius people are like that, but that's the stereotype, that's the archetype. Maybe that archetype is currently influencing you and inviting you to step off the path that others have laid out, so that you don't live your life under other people's rules but instead carve your own path. Alright, let's clarify this energy a bit. You also have the Nine of Swords card. The Nine of Swords can mean that you are about to make a decision, you're about to experience a great spiritual awakening, and maybe you're feeling nervous, and of course, that's natural, because this great leap of faith is going to break down old structures, it's going to destroy what no longer serves, it's going to drive away from your life things that no longer align with your destiny. Maybe we're talking about a friendship, that friendship you had with someone who once brought you a lot of happiness and a strong sense of connection. But your life has evolved, and the lives of others evolve too, and it's completely normal for your path right now to begin to diverge from the paths of other people. But in the same way you might disconnect from some people, you're also going to connect with new people. So, the Nine of Swords always invites you to confront your own fears. When you've been asking for something for a very, very long time, okay, I feel like you've been making a prayer, you have a plan in your mind, a strategy in your mind, and now finally, the universe places in front of you that great dream, that great possibility, that big potential leap of faith. Please, you must not feel fear. On the contrary, you need to ask the universe to help you face that fear, because it's as if the moment of truth has arrived. The curtain rises, and you can't be afraid, because the universe is on your side. And this is the moment to become the protagonist of your own show. Very well, you must not be afraid right now of what people will say, because when the curtain rises, there will be people watching you. You're going to become a famous person, you're going to be shining. I don't know, maybe you'll shine in your profession, maybe you'll become an excellent professional, maybe you'll have an outstanding business, you'll be selling your products, and there will be people by your side, but there will also be people who judge you. This is also about losing the fear of other people's opinions, of criticism, and also losing the fear of failure in any form. I feel like this card speaks about confronting your fears. You also have the Five of Wands card, and again the Three of Wands. Look, the Five of Wands card may visually represent a fight, but in this case, I'm feeling quite the opposite. I'm sensing people who fight by your side for a better cause. I feel like you're surrounded or going to be surrounded by people who will support you. And when things get tough, the Five of Wands can represent those who stay with you, because I feel that in your recent past, maybe you were dealing with people who were only with you when things were going well, when everything was flourishing, when your business was thriving, when you had money in your pockets, when you had stability or were providing for your family. But when things got rough, when things got dark, you lost many people, people who didn't have genuine stability or genuine friendship with you. So, the Five of Wands card is telling you, stay close to those who are loyal to you. You also have the Three of Pentacles card. This card also speaks of deep loyalty. I feel that the universe is going to place people by your side who support you. We're talking about the Three of Pentacles, it could be any sign, but stereotypically we're talking about Virgo or Taurus. But again, it could be anyone. In fact, it might be a Gemini who has a lot of earth energy in their natal chart. We're talking about a practical person, someone who seeks solutions and doesn't give you problems. So here, you'll find allies on your path. Maybe you'll be creating a business and will need to hire new people to support you. I feel that you'll be the protagonist, explaining what you want. Of course, when you have a business, you have a very clear idea of what you want to do. But these people, we're talking about newcomers or apprentices, they don't yet share your vision or understand clearly what you want. So, I feel you'll be explaining what you want. That's the Three of Pentacles card, a scholarly person, someone who gives a presentation, let me explain what I know, a person who is a manager, someone who leads others. I sense you with a lot of energy, knowing what you want, and you'll be guiding others to join your cause. A great deal of empowerment energy in your reading. Alright, let's continue then with your reading. The Temperance card is very important at this moment because the coming days are going to be very crucial for you, as you will have to focus on the present moment. Very well, happiness is not in the past, happiness is not in the future, happiness is right now. In fact, the two cups that appear on the temperance card speak to how our mind sometimes tends to pull us into the past, to begin thinking about what happened in your past, about what could have happened, about what you could have done, maybe some positive emotions, others negative, feelings of regret. And the other cup represents the future, which symbolizes, for example, what's coming into your life, a lot of excitement, but at the same time, it can bring worry or the desire to control what hasn't yet happened in your life. So, this card, or these two cups, represent the perfect balance of reality. And that means it's time to concentrate on the here and now. I don't know what kind of exercises you do to stay focused on the present moment. Some people do breathing exercises, some people connect with divinity, with God, with the universe. Others, for example, practice yoga nidra. Maybe your way of connecting with the present moment is through physical exercise, going for a run, going swimming. I feel like those kinds of activities will be essential for you in the coming days. You need to connect with the universe. You need to connect with your heart. You need to do a lot of what not only gives you a sense of happiness, but also a feeling that you are connected, that you don't need to keep checking the time, because you are so immersed in the reality you're experiencing that it's like nirvana, if I can call it that. So, I feel you are very connected to the present, very connected to the universe. Likewise, let's clarify the temperance card a bit, because usually when this type of energy shows up, it means you're going to be connected to a cause, to a higher purpose. So, I feel the next cards could give us a sign from the universe to explain what kind of purpose awaits you. So let's ask the tarot. Two of Swords, there may be a block at this moment. You also have the Hanged Man card, and you also have the Two of Wands card, and the Queen of Wands card. Okay, look, the message is completely clear. For those who know tarot, they recognize that the Hanged Man represents a stagnation, but it can also be interpreted as a sacrifice or a test. The Two of Swords can also represent a blockage, but it's a mental blockage. This is Pisces energy. It's a blockage of your heart. This is Aquarius or Gemini energy, which is a blockage of your throat chakra and a blockage of your mind. So, what can this mean? That the universe, at this moment, has you in a state of waiting. Very well, the universe is asking you to be very patient. And during this process of patience, during this waiting period, you cannot allow your emotions to get out of control. Okay. And also with the Two of Swords, it means that during this waiting process, you cannot let your mind start creating overly catastrophic or negative scenarios, thinking that what you want is not going to manifest. So, I feel that some people, collective energy, are in a waiting process in which they cannot despair. Okay. Everything comes in divine timing, and I'm telling you this clearly with the Two of Wands and the Queen of Wands cards, because the universe has prepared for you a great energy of power. I feel that you're going to sit on the throne. Very well, you are going to sit on the throne, you're going to claim what is yours, whatever it may be. Whether it's money that was taken from you, power that was taken, energy that was taken, here you're going to be in a position where people will listen to you again, or listen to you for the first time. You will have a much stronger voice. I feel that you've recovered, you've already healed, you are finally on the verge of completing a great healing process, a process in which you've learned what the lesson was, where you've learned what the purpose was behind those past wounds or those scars that this person caused in your heart. And when you finally close out that entire process and leave it behind, you find yourself now as a completely renewed person, you find yourself as someone who is deeply connected to the energy of the phoenix. Very well. Maybe right now you are experiencing these energies of rebirth. You were completely stuck before, but now things are going to be completely different. A rebirth of your energy is approaching, where you will be dictating your own destiny, where you will be speaking with great power. And this could lead to change, a change of home, a change of attitude, a change in routine, a change of perspective, a change of paradigms. And all of this speaks, obviously, of changes that come with a lot of expansion in your life. Okay. Your reality is about to change. Your reality is about to become completely different. You just need to wait a little longer. You just need to wait for divine timing. Alright then, this is your tarot reading for today. Definitely, thank you so much for being here with me, revealing all these secrets of the tarot. For today, we'll be closing your reading. As always, I invite you, if you enjoy these readings, you can click that like button, and you can also click the subscribe button to this channel. We are now closing your video. I hope you have an excellent day, filled with success, filled with manifestation, filled with blessings, filled with good vibes. And as always, we will be seeing each other in your next reading.